Okay, so this was a race from 2 weeks ago, daily race B at Suzuka, and it was quite a stacked lobby, as you can see. We had Basic Ollie, the up-and-coming YouTuber, fast heading towards 10,000 subscribers. He was in this lobby, obviously looking to build his driver rating. We also had Thunderzz, who is the Polish GT Sport top split driver, in 3rd place qualified, and myself in 5th place. So getting into the race, it was an interesting race. I was just thinking to myself, wouldn't it be nice to finish ahead of guys like Thunderzz and Basic Ollie, but it was always going to be tough because it's such a difficult track for overtaking Suzuka. Into the first corner, one of my favourite corners on Gran Turismo, on motor racing. Just love driving this, not that I've ever driven it personally, but just driving it in any racing game. It's such a good opening corner into the S-bends. You can see I've already lost a little bit of time for the guys in front, probably a bit of nerves to be honest with you, due to the fact that I was in quite a high rated lobby and I was pushing my A rating. I was hoping to progress it towards the mythical A+ at this point, but try to keep it nice and tidy, not let the guys get out of slipstream range up front, not bin it early on, which I have been prone to do, especially at the Degnans. As you can see, I go off there and that is not what you want to see. Let's just have a look at this again from inside the car. You can see what I'm doing here. I'm trying to push, I'm trying to catch up and carrying a little bit of speed there, go a little bit wide. Again, trying to carry a little bit too much speed, 2 wheels on the sand and gravel and into the wall I go, and it's feels like a bit of a disaster as I lose 3 places at this point. So I'm thinking to myself, oh well, there goes any chance of finishing ahead of the top guys or getting a podium. So it becomes a little bit about damage limitation at this point. So yep, 8th place, trying to fend off the Frenchman behind me in 9th. You can see he's all over the back of me now. He must be fancying his chances getting there, but I'm going defensive. Little bit wide on the exit, but managed to hold it. In this particular race, the TT was great on the corners, but the RCZ Peugeot had the run on the straights. It was just, its top end was just better. So as we see, we're going to go through 130R, and yep, apologies there, I didn't really give him enough space. He never really gave me a lot of space, to be honest with you. Again, we'll have a look at that from my car. If I can move it back slightly, as you can see, it's not that, it's just a dangerous move to take in the outside, in my opinion. The guy in the inside is always going to come over a little bit. It's just going to happen. I mean, I don't know where he wanted me to go, but it's a racing incident. Unfortunately, he comes out far the worst. As you can see, he's dropped right back. Anyway, didn't want to let that get to me too much. Carried on. It did leave me with quite a bit of a gap behind me, so the pressure was off from that point of view. So just wanted to try get my head down. Hopefully I could, you know, move back up the order a little bit, but again, we knew it was going to be tough. So yeah, it's just a case of lap 2, just try my best to keep it nice and tidy through the S's, and see what we can do. As you can see, again, keeping it tight. The guys up ahead having a little bit of a battle, which I'm thinking, great, that should slow yourselves down. Let me possibly pick up a position. If we skip forward though, the guys up ahead, with Basic Ollie in the Hyundai, interest choice of car, but I think he just picks whatever car his chat tell him to pick. I don't know if he was maybe streaming at the time, but fair play, going something different. But yeah, he was comfortable in 2nd. We've got Ollie D, who's familiar with my channel. He was having a great race, managing to get past Thunderzz. Thunderzz would obviously be quite keen to get back on him because he is quick, very quick. Thunderzz, as I said, he's up there top split for the FIA races a lot of the time. And then we go back to myself, who desperately trying to get on the back of this pack. So I get a difficult corner to take, Spoon, but we managed to keep it nice and tidy. Pick up a little bit of speed, desperately trying to get into that slipstream and skip it forward to the chicane. Again, a chance to cut the corner a little bit, and look how big this pack is now ahead. It is massive, and it's because there's been incidents. Now let's just see what happened here. Because we had Ollie, who was in second. We've got Ollie D behind him going for it again. This is the dangerous move. That it's a real risk to take. Two of them managed to take it a little bit better, but I like what happened with myself. Basic Ollie doesn't really have anywhere to go. Ollie D goes wide, but comes back. Now that was a bold move from your man Ollie D. Let's just look at it from his point of view. Again, 130 aft, the two of them trying to give each other space, and he just touches the green stuff, but manages to keep his speed up. Thunderzz takes the opportunity to go through. Ollie D trying desperately to brake, taps Thunder in the back, gets a penalty for it. Not sure. Let's see if MD can work out here why Basic Ollie gets the penalty, then answers on a postcard. I mean, there's the nudge there from Ollie D. Thunderzz comes back on again. It's bizarre. The penalty system at its best, but what that did do was, as you can see, it brought all of that pack ahead right up with them. So interestingly enough, you can see from P7's position, it's a good view of what's going to happen. So the final round, we've got Thunderzz going wide, Ollie D is trying to make it up the inside. Look at this, Thunderzz getting pushed out wide, pushing Ollie D back, and now we're into a train with Basic Ollie at the head of it. So I'm now desperately trying to get involved in this chaos, because I can see ahead we've got a couple of penalties. We've got Ollie D with a 1 penalty, and we've got Basic Ollie with a 1 second penalty. So you're thinking to yourself, right, get on the back of the pack, that's a potential 2 positions. You've got PTX here, the Portuguese, he goes wide, and I'm right on the back of him now. So he's potentially got dirty tyres here, so I'm thinking if I can possibly make a move, but again it's very difficult in Suzuka to make any passing manoeuvres. We come to the hairpin, and again it's chaos up front here. You can see from the top guys' positions, they're nudging each other left, right and centre. And we have at the back me, still in P8, but again looking ahead we've got the 2 Ollies. It sounds like a comedy double act, but we've got the 2 Ollies rubbing each other, going round Spoon. We've got Thunderzz looking to capitalise on that particular chaos, and off he goes into first. And what happens with us? We sneak down the outside. Now I'm thinking to myself, I'm possibly susceptible to a punt here, because these 2 guys are going to be coming in hot. We've got Basic Ollie going off the track. I'm just thinking, looking at the radar, desperately hoping none of them hit me. Ollie D managing to keep his nose in front of Basic Ollie, who's desperately trying to get ahead. And we get a 1 second penalty for Ollie D, which means Basic Ollie's going to be hoping to get in there. And it's a P6 for myself, which all in all said and done, I was relatively happy with given my first lap shenanigans. So, yep. Thanks for watching. Hope that was quite an entertaining race. It was certainly entertaining to drive in, and I'll see you on the next video.